Oh my god! Oh my god! Ooh la 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 la. This is so cool. Previously on Oskar and Dan.
Like, I saw nothing of this.
Yeah, we're now heading straight into the desert.
Tunisia is known for having the spiciest food in the Middle East, North Africa region.
I don't see many other tourists around. Good morning. Let's have breakfast. Wow, today is such an incroyable day.
Vraiment.
We are heading to a place that is very exciting for me, maybe not so much for Oskar.
I'm just tagging along.
When I was 7, 8, and 9, Star Wars was my entire life, which is so funny because I don't know if it's really for 8-year-olds, but I loved it. I played with all the little Star Wars figurines. I of course watched every movie. I was completely obsessed. So now we're actually where they shot a lot of Star Wars in the south of Tunisia, and we're gonna see some of the cool old sets. So it's a bit of a drive into the desert. I'm gonna do it today, so wish us luck in our non-4-wheel drive. Ooh la 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 la.
We're Oskar and Dan, two Swedes who have been exploring the world together since we met in high school. For the past 3 years, our goal has been to visit 100 countries, and we are now so close to the finish line. Country number 98 was the North African nation of Tunisia. But before we go to the Star Wars sets, we're stopping by this amazingly beautiful oasis. It's in the middle of the desert. Like, we were literally driving through the super desolate landscape, and all of a sudden we just see this giant group of palm trees.
So we're in the historical old town of Chebika, which is so cool. It's really built into the rocks here.
And it's all right next to the oasis.
Trying to read up on this place as we walk. There's a Wikipedia article in French, trying to see if it's available. Oh, English. Okay, which is literally one sentence.
It's a town. Oh my god. That's new knowledge.
Wait, what? It's a town?
Right over there is Algeria. We're so close. Still gotta make it there one day.
Here's our hotel, and here is where we are, Algeria.
Oh my god, we're so close. And so far we've driven all the way from Tunis. We drove down to Kairouan, and then all the way down here. Imagine having walked through the desert for days or weeks, and then you find this. Wow. Okay, second time in my life driving past a camel crossing. Oh, okay.
Oh my god! I love the need for speed here.
Live life like a camel.
I'm just a baby. This one.
Cute. Oh no.
It's an albino. So now we are finally driving to the Star Wars set, which is so cool. But now the interesting thing will be to see if we can actually drive on the road to get all the way. Because some people say you need a 4-wheel drive. Our hotel insists you don't. But online they say you do. So let's just hope there's not too much sand on this road. For now, it's good.
We're driving all the way on this winding road through the desert.
So people are talking about the real paved road ending here.
Yeah, like a few hundred meters.
But this is so fun. Oh my god.
They've brushed off the sand.
There's camels all over too.
I wonder how often the camels just raided the whole site.
Oh my god! 8-year-old Dan is freaking out right now. This is so cool.
Oh my god, there's literally no other cars here. It's just us and the camels.
Can't wait to be aggressively sold anything and everything to.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the other car that you
perfect.
honked at.
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh, they're the French people that we were.
that you spoke to.
I spoke to at the
That
Oasis.
is so bad, Oscar. Not you honking at them.
They were driving
so crazy.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how close to our cars the camel is getting. So what's the name of this planet?
This planet, oh my god. I think it's Tatooine, but don't quiz me because, as I said, I was very young. A young boy.
You know, it's funny, I had actually stopped playing with that toy, but now that I see you with it, I kind of want to play with it again.
This is so cool. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't think Star Wars is very old films. They came out before we were born, of course, but this place was built more than 50 years ago. The first movie came out, I think 1977, something like that. They're starting to show a little wear and tear, but it's so cool to see this in the desert and these little fake, I guess, space antennas. But as we expected, the sellers here are quite pushy since there's not so many people.
I don't know what these look like in the films, but they're definitely not very convincing in real life.
It's wood.
It's wood, yeah. It's like plywood.
Obviously, there's nothing inside any of these buildings. They're just sets. So let's have a look inside of one.
Oh my god.
Look at the domes. There's no roof. It's just fake domes.
Oh, but there's gotta be some places that have like an indoor space as well, right?
No, why?
Because like the bar scene.
No, but that's filmed in Hollywood, darling.
Oh my god, so you mean all of this is fake?
In LA, yes.
All of this is fake.
This is all fake. It's bloody fake. So those are the domes you saw from inside. Can't tell there's no roof, right?
This might sound like very ignorant of me because I'm not at all a Star Wars fan. I've watched one movie. But to me, like, the most amusing thing is the fact that an interstellar civilization with like antennas that would reach out into space would live in these kind of huts. Yeah, there's something weird going on there.
We were talked into...
Yeah, we were talked into getting ATVs now, so we might go to the desert for a little bit. We're having a bit of a very intense haggle. Okay, here we go.
It's so crazy. 20 minutes ago, we were the only car here. Now there's like, I'd say 7 or 8 cars, which definitely put the pressure off us, which was very nice.
We ended up doing that super short ATV ride. Like, we thought we were gonna go to the other site, but it turns out it was only like going up to the dune, taking a quick photo, going back down, and we paid 20 for that. They definitely ripped us off a little bit, but it's fine.
Good morning. I just had the most Swedish moment. I'll say it in Swedish to Oscar. I was like, alltså älskling, hur härligt är inte det här vädret? But it's true, this weather is literally perfect.
It's amazing. To use another Swedish word, it is literally lagom temperature. It's like the perfect temperature not to feel too hot, not too cold.
Perfect humidity.
Everything is just lagom. And just like that, it's time to leave Tozeur and the south of Tunisia. We spent most of the remaining time here enjoying the resort, and now it's time to get back in the car and start driving again another 4.5 hours today to our next destination.
So we're leaving Tozeur now. We're driving all the way to Sfax, which is a 4.5-hour drive. I just popped into Carrefour to buy some snacks for the drive. The grocery store in Kairouan was absolutely horrendous. So I'm hoping that this is better. Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like that yet, but let's see if they have something that's remotely nutritious to snack on. Oh, I do see bananas, thankfully. So Carrefour ended up coming through a little bit, to be honest. It wasn't great, but they had some interesting snacks. First of all, these mad corn chips, hot chili, vegan. These like healthier digestives that are orange flavored. And these are the most exciting. These chocolate, almost Nutella looking stuffed wafers. That don't have any milk, which is pretty insane. So I can't believe I found all this. All the ingredients were in English on all the boxes, which was amazing. And for health, banana.
1 minute we were like completely surrounded by palm trees, and now all of a sudden we're driving through the dried out like salt lake. So it's like this super arid desert with like literally no vegetation whatsoever. The thing we're driving through is called Chott al Djerid, I think. It's a salt lake, and during the winter like all of this is filled with water, but now during the summer months it's just completely dry. It's not really like salt flats, definitely nowhere close to like what we saw in Uyuni in Bolivia, but I guess they're like salt deposits that just kind of like scatter all over the ground.
It's insane how we had never seen a real salt flat until this year, actually just less than 2 months ago, and now we're already seeing our third one. How do those things work? The first was Bolivia, second was Cyprus, and now third is Tunisia. On that note, we have 4 hours of driving from this point onward until we get to Sfax. We can't wait to arrive, although this road is really beautiful, more beautiful than the road we took here. So we're very excited to see what lies along the way as well. Thoughts on Tozeur? An amazing place, but probably not worth the journey to go all the way there. If you're in the area, absolutely go, but neither the hotel nor the place are like you have to visit Tunisia and come all the way for this. There's a flight from Tunis down here, which definitely makes the journey easier, but in my opinion the drive was really crazy to get down here, although the Star Wars was so cool.
If you continue like 1 hour further south, I think you get into the actual Sahara. Now this time we didn't do that because we don't have time for it, so maybe that would be more worth it if you're looking for like the real Saharan experience. But we did that just earlier this year in April on our group trip to Morocco, so it was kind of recent for us, so we didn't really feel like it was worth it to do it again.
So see you in the city that ends with the word fax, and until then, see you around the world.
Next time on Oskar and Dan.
We got our orchestra seats for 50% off by using Today Takes.
I have to go in for a swim.
I'm very picky about where I do it.